Why electric? Well, there's a few reasons, in fact. There's the fact that we're saving the environment by switching our vehicles over to electric. There's the fact that one, and a big winner for electric vehicles, is that they don't have to spend all the money on gas like they do. Another thing is also less maintenance, it's less worryful, and a lot of the times people really just enjoy the electric drive. Electric might not be for everybody. There's a few things that you have to take into account. One, is it possible to have charging at home? You also have to keep in mind where you go to work. What is your daily commute like? A level 1 charging is the 110 outlet, which is the same outlet that you're going to use to charge your phone. Level 2 charging is what most people have at home. That's the 220 volts or 240 volts. And level 3 charging is also what we call a fast charger or a supercharger or a DC charger. BMW iX has a range of over 500 kilometers. Keep in mind, now this all depends on how you drive, the weather conditions, and the road conditions outside. Now these all have an impact on your range. Now let's go check out the charging menu inside the car. Now we're going to look inside the iDrive to see the charging menu. So you have to go to your vehicle apps and then find the app called charging. Now here, the first one you see is charging mode. So charging mode, you can set when the vehicle is going to charge. So you can charge it between, let's say, 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. when you're at home normally sleeping. Or you can have it on immediately, which it currently is, meaning that as soon as the vehicle gets plugged in, it's going to start taking the charge. The next one we're going to talk about is the departure plan. The departure plan, making it so you can have the vehicle ready, warm, and preconditioned for when you need to leave in the morning. So it heats up the cabin. It also preconditions the battery, making my range as optimal as possible before I go. And you can set this every day for a certain amount of days. So the limit here, you can decide how many amps you want the vehicle to take in. So you can take in up to 48 amps. But if your breaker at home can take a maximum of 32, you're only going to leave it at 32. That way you're not demanding too much from your breaker. Now, the next one here is the charging target. Now, BMW is going to recommend 80% for charging, optimal battery life, and fasting charging route. Now, for the battery health, it is recommended that we leave it at 80% and only bring it up to 100 when necessary. Now we're going to talk a bit about my modes. Personal is your comfort. So it's your day-to-day driving. It's what you're going to be using when you're going from point A to point B in your most comfortable setting. Sport makes it so your driving is a little bit more enjoyable. You have a little bit more acceleration, more torque. You're more ready to go. Efficient, on the other hand, is the opposite. It slows you down a little bit, making you maximize your range. So either for long range drives or when you think that you're low on battery. It is powerful. It has a long range. It is big and has a lot of space inside. Let's go on our evaluation drive. First thing we have to notice is to make sure that the battery is sufficiently charged. We are currently at 67%, showing 309 kilometers, which is more than enough to take us to where we're going to go today. Now we also like to put in a little address close here to give a nice
Trans-Canada Highway.
Now let's put the car in drive and off we go. The iX is completely different than some of our other vehicles. It's a completely new drive, but nonetheless the feeling is amazing. Now with a very, very quiet cabin and a very spacious cabin at that, the iX was modeled to be very open inside. All the materials used in this car is very friendly to the environment. A lot of thought was put into this vehicle when they were designing it and when they were picking out which materials to use. Now let's go charge the vehicle. You have the card to open the flow to be able to unlock it to take it. So you tap your card and then you go ahead and take the charger out. We're going to bring it. This one is a level 3 charger, so it's the fast charger. So we're going to open up, and because it's a level 3, the DC charger, we're going to open up both flaps here. And then we're going to go ahead and put the vehicle in to charge.